Well then guys, it's another week and I've been on the search for more cars. This time though, I think I've found the one. There's a few I'm going to go through, but there's also one that this is the week I'm actually going to go and view some cars. Maybe one, maybe two, maybe three. Depends on, obviously I'm going to go for the one that I'm more than likely going to go for. So a car that I'm like, yes, if it's good, if it is what they say it is, right price and all that, I'll have it straight away and I won't bother the others. So out of the three cars that I'm looking at the moment this week, the best one I'll go and look at first, and then I'll go for the second best. So basically, if the car isn't what I think it is, or it's not what they said it is, then I'll give it a miss and go on to the next car. But again, it's hard because, like I said, normally with the auctions it's easy, and like I said, you can get a bargain, but there are risks, as people know. So yeah, I don't want to drag this video out for too long. You know, it's already long enough as it is. This is going to be the end of the video. Second part is where I will show you the car that I've picked. I won't take you on the viewing with me because some people don't like cameras and being filmed and stuff like that. First car, I don't know why I picked this, because I do not want to go for a car older than 2001. 2001 is my limit. I've also limited mileage to 140,000 for petrol and 190,000 for diesel. Anything more than that is a no-no on petrol and diesel side. And also I've limited myself within 40 miles, so I'm prepared to drive a little bit to go and get the right car. So first of all, this one's actually a little local one to me, but I don't know why. I don't know why I'm looking at this car. It's a 2001 Toyota Yaris. Now 2001 is too old for me, unfortunately. But I've selected it anyway because it's quite cheap. It does need a little bit of work, and it's got 87,000 miles, which is very low for a car of this age. But I have done my history. Well, I'll say history. I've done my little checks on it, and it's not quite. It's not what it's cracked up to be. So this wouldn't come priority on my viewing. Trust me. But let's go and have a look at the car. So there it is, 2001 Toyota Yaris. And we'll just click on that to get a larger picture. There you go. So we've got 2001 Toyota Yaris. I'll just flick through the pictures. That is the work. That is what he's doing. So yeah, needs a bit of work. That's the worst. So I think it's this bodywork, just a bit of tidying up. I mean, the camera doesn't really show up. Obviously, there's like yellowing around the lights there, the bumper. It's lighter than it shows on camera. Interior doesn't look too bad. I can't see any rips or wears or anything like that. Oh, yeah, genuine 87,000 miles there. Not too bad. Christ, that engine bay needs a good tidy up. Jesus, look at that. It's a VVTi engine. Oh, just there's a picture here just saying that no, the head gasket hasn't gone, everything's fine, and that is the main damage of the car. Oh, Christ. I think to repair that would cost more than the car's worth. I didn't even bother checking the car's value. The guy wants £350, as you see there. He wants £350 for the car, but it's a bit too much. Now, 5 previous keepers, so it says it has. Now, a bit about what he's actually put here with regards to work he's had done on the car. So I'm going to have to look this way because the monitor's here. But it says here, it says my 2001 Toyota Yaris VVTi. The car has low mileage for its age, as I already said, and as we know, 87,000 miles for what 19-year-old car is pretty low. This car has never let me down over the 3 years or so that I've owned it. Many dents and scrapes, most pronounced of which I was shown in the images, which is that side panel, the rear quarter panel, well, near side rear quarter panel. The ideal first car, low insurance, high miles per gallon. Viewings are welcome. Relatively good service history and 11 months MOT. I have paperwork for most of the work that I have done, which includes MOTs and a couple of little bits. Rear springs were replaced 2 years ago as they were an advisory on an MOT, but unfortunately I don't have the paperwork that for that. So mileage will go up, still using this day to day. As you see, that is a Toyota Yaris. I have done some checks on the MOT, though this is where it gets surprising and very expensive, because he said that some of the stuff has been replaced, but that's not according to the MOT advisory as of August 2020, which was last month. So this is the most recent MOT has had. It's passed, but it failed on a lot of things which he had done. So what if? Oh, sorry, that must have been the previous year. So this year it failed on offside front position lamp not working, not major. The offside rear tyre slightly damaged, front brake pads wearing thin, brake pedal wearing smooth, anti-slip rubber worn on edge, near side rear wheel bearing has slight play, near side rear wheel bearing slightly noisy, offside front McPherson strut corroded but not seriously weakened, near side rear suspension component mounting prescribed area is corroded but not considered excessive, offside rear suspension component mounting prescribed area is corroded but not considered excessive, near side upper suspension spring mounting prescribed area is corroded but not considered excessive, offside rear suspension spring mounting prescribed area is corroded but not considered excessive, which basically the whole suspension is knackered. But didn't he just say in that he had the suspension done a couple of years ago? Alright, so it happened on an advisory this year. So going back to last year, 2019, it's not on there 2019, and it's not on there 2018. It never got done. It's never got done, obviously. If he had it done a couple of years ago, it would not have just completely gone within 2 years. All of them, that is. Rear. Well, actually, sorry, it's all rear. The rear is the worst by the looks of it. Offside. Yes, I've done that. Oil leak, not excessive. Engine sump corroded and seeping. So the sump's knackered. Power steering pipe hoses slightly corroded. Items removed from driver's view prior to test. Well, that's nothing to worry about. Fuel pipe corroded. Filler to tank. Driver's door hinge deteriorated, but door can still be readily opened and closed. Rear registration plate deteriorated. I could see that in the pictures. Near side headlamp has a product on the lens. Offside yellowing. Oxidization of the headlights, easy, £10 fix. Engine bay covers obscuring some components. Can they not take that off in an MOT? Driver's view to the front outside the swept area of the windscreen wipers restricted by an obstruction. Sat nav holder. Oh my god. Really? So instead of taking it off, they just put it as advisory. So that's a lot of advisories. So that's a very cautious car. I don't even know if I'd even... If I was looking at making money on the car, I wouldn't bother with it. It's far too much work. It's alright, ideal for the channel. Like I said, I always want some work to do for the channel, but for something as a business to make money on, No, because chances are when you come to resell that, everyone's going to do a little MOT check, and they're going to see all the advisories that if they want the car to keep for the next few years, they know they're going to have to get that work done. Right then, the next car I want to show you guys is a car that as soon as I saw it, I thought, looks like it needs a little bit of work, but is very surprisingly cheap. Very cheap. And I thought, why is it cheap? But then I thought, to be honest, if there's something major with it, at that price I could probably take a punt at it and probably even sell it for scrap or even resell it for the same price. So I don't make a loss, I just break even. But it depends. It just depends on the car. So I haven't actually got it on the computer. I've actually got it on my phone. But basically, I'll just quickly go through to let you guys know what it is. It's a 2002 Mercedes A-Class, A160 I think it was when they called it. Yeah. Now, I was a bit unsure with it being 2002. I thought it was a bit old, but again, low mileage car, 90,000 miles. It's got full service, well, not full service history, sorry. It's got a lot of service history. The original stamps in the book, plus recent work it's had done over the past 3 years. These people, apart from the Toyota Yaris I didn't bother messaging, too much work and far too much money to be put into that car. But it was just one I wanted to show you guys anyway. My thoughts, if you see a car like that, always check the MOT history. Also, if you take a very keen interest in the car and they've covered the number plate, then do suggested viewing. Go and view the car. Like I said, they're not going to take the number plates off the car. So literally, look at the number plate, get your phone out, do a little search, and do a little check, do a HPI check. You can get a free one which just gives you the basics, or you can pay for a full one, and also do a little MOT checks. Obviously it's got MOT. If they say it's got MOT, a lot of them do pretty much give you exact date, and they don't really lie. I haven't had no issues with people lying to me about MOTs, but always check it anyway. And also check the advisories. Did it pass? What was the advisories? And you know, what kind of work would it possibly need for its next MOT, and also when the MOT is next due. But basically, with this A-Class, I looked at it and I thought, you know what, I think I'm going to go and have a view of it. And I haven't got it on my computer, so I've got my phone, so I'll show you the images on my phone. Right, there you go. It's absolutely useless on the phone, but this hopefully is the phone that I'll start doing some videos on eventually. But that is, that looks awful in this light. But it is the, so it's not going to show up very well, but yeah, it can just about pick it up by the looks of it. That wing's got a funny colour to it. Definitely. Oh, it's gone off. Definitely need looking at. I have messaged the guy. I am going to go and have a look at the car tomorrow, so I will see what it is about that wing. I think it has been sprayed with a can or something by the looks of it. Other than that, and like I said, it doesn't really show very well, but other than that, there's not really any marks or anything like that. It's a Mercedes, and older Mercedes do rust very badly, and I can't see anything on the arches. But again, these are pictures. Always go and have a look for real if in doubt. Can't see anything in these pictures, and can't see anything there. Although that bumper gap does look slightly bigger than it should be. Maybe that's just normal, I don't know. But yeah, everything else looks fine. Interior, some stains on the seat there. It's an automatic. Yeah. It's an Elegance model, apparently. Yeah, so that is the A-Class, Mercedes A-Class. Its MOT is only to the 25th of November, but the guy said it's got no advisories, and I've checked and it hasn't got any advisories, but let me go and have a look at, I'm just going to get it up. I can't remember the number plate now. Bear with me. Oh, it's OE. There we go. Yeah, 25th of November 2020 is when it's due. Said it passed with. It said it passed. Yeah, because it's actually had an extension by the looks of it, because it passed its MOT on the 16th of May 2019. So it should have had an MOT in May 2020, but obviously with COVID, there's been a 6-month extension, as we know, which is why it's down to the 25th, for some reason, 25th of November. But it failed in 2019 before it got its pass. It failed a lot. This is what I was thinking, it was a Toyota, but it's not. It's actually this Mercedes. Near side windscreen wiper does not clear the windscreen effectively, and so does the offside. So both washer jets are a bit blocked. Not a big deal. Near side rear directional indicator, incorrect colour. Obviously needs a bulb. Same with the offside rear. So both rear indicator bulbs. Offside front lower suspension arm ball joint excessively worn. Offside track rod end ball joint has excessive play. Offside front outer brake pads less than 1.5mm thick. Parking brake lever has excessive movement indicating incorrect adjustment. So those are the things. Those last few things are a bit more major and a bit more work and a bit more money. Really not worried about the washer jets. They're not that hard to clear, so they can be cleared easy. The bulbs, indicator bulbs, not a problem. It's just the suspension arm, trap rod end, the brake pads, and actually that wasn't. I don't really need to worry about it, because all of them were a fail. Just realised, I don't know why I'm reading that. They're all a fail, and it's all been fixed by the looks of it. Rear brake pads wear and thin. Yeah, so the front one's been done, but not the rear. It's possibly the rear then. That's something to look into. Other than that, yeah, so 1.6 is not too bad. But yeah, A160. Might go and have a look at that one. And the third car, oh sorry, the price on that was £250. It was £250 for that, and I thought that's very cheap. Resale, I could probably, it's around about £800 to £900. So there's money to be made in it, but it does ring alarm bells as to why it's so cheap. Next one, if you really want a project, I mean, really something to like pretty much rebuild, check this out. So that's a 2002 Seat Ibiza 1.9 TDI. That is a project car, but the guy has given absolutely no information at all. There we go. Oh, there it is. Seat Ibiza 1.9 TDI. That's it. That is it. It was £100 for it. Not bad. I'll just do a quick little MOT check on it. I don't think it's got any MOT. Cameras all over the place here. PGO2. Let me just double check that. I don't think it's got an MOT. Oh no, it has, 21st of January. sorry, 27th of January 21. What did it fail on? It did fail its last MOT. Oh, dip beam's not working. That wasn't a major then. But it has got a lot of advisories. Near side front brake, disc worn, pitted, scored, so it needs new discs on the front, near side and offside, and rear as well, but it looks exactly the same. All the discs, all round. Near side rear brake pads, offside rear brake pads, offside front tyre, near side front suspension arm, offside front suspension arm, rear exhaust has only got one exhaust. Rear exhaust has minor leak of exhaust gases, silencer corroded. Offside rear cross springs, near side front steering linkage ball joint has slight play and rack. So there's a lot of work there. Ideal project car, 100 quid. There you go. Even if you balls it up, it's only 100 quid. You can probably just sell it for parts or whatever. Sell it as it is. See if someone takes it around. It looks like that's what that guy's done. He's been messing around with it. But yeah, I can't really say much about that car. I will message the guy, but the problem with that car is that I need a trailer. That ain't drivable. The Yaris is drivable. The Mercedes is drivable, but that's it's got an MOT and everything. It says it's all drivable. Yeah, but unfortunately the Ibiza isn't. So it's worth having a look at. But again, it's then pricing up all the parts, so you get a value, see how much you should be buying it for, see how much you can sell it for, look at what it needs, price all the parts up, see if there's money to be made. I don't like to take anything less than £100 profit on a car because it's not worth my time. So if I can make at least £100, and that's even with someone knocking me down, so the lowest I'll take is £100 profit, then it's worth it. If not, then I wouldn't bother with it. So if you can't make any profit, if I can't make any profit and I can't make at least £100 profit, I ain't gonna bother with it. And so those are my 3 cars of choice. I'm not, like I said, I'm not gonna bother with looking at the Yaris. It's too old. Too much work needs doing to it, and I'm not really going to make any money on the thing. Not only does it need mechanical work, it also needs body work as well. As you can see, that Ibiza was missing the wing. Whether he's got the wing or not, I don't know. He could have taken it off to do some work on it, I don't know. So he could still have it and just go on. For the Mercedes, I need to have a look at that wing because the paintwork don't look right, and it looks very clean for a car. Yeah, it looks very clean for a car of that age, and he's asking 250 quid for it, which I mean is a bit suspicious. Now you could take a punt at it, you could go and have a look at it. This is why I'm intrigued, and he's not that far away, to be honest. He's about 10-minute drive from here. So I could easily go and have a look at it, and I'll see what it is that is wrong with that car. It's the reason why it's 250. In the ad, I just remembered because I just showed you the pictures. In the ad, he said it makes a slight whining noise when you start it out from cold. Did my little research because I like to research. If someone can tell me what's wrong with their car, I can do my little research to see what it possibly could be, and then see how much it's going to cost me before I even go and look at the car. Could be a very expensive fix. It's not worth it. It could be a few things. One that I can remember seeing is that the tensioners, the cam belt tensioners might be a bit loose, so the belt's a bit loose, so it might a little bit of a noise. Or it could be some other things which I can't remember, but me and my brother went through it and I can't remember what it said now, but I remember one of those things stuck out of my head was cam belt tensioners. So I will have to have a look at the engine, have a look at it running and see if I can see anything, or if I can hear it, if I can kind of detect what that sound is. But yeah, we'll have a look. Like I said, I'm going to message him to see if I can go and have a look at the car. Not going to bother the Yaris, and I will go and have a look at the Ibiza. So in the next video I will show you guys the car that I've actually chosen out of the Mercedes and the Ibiza. I think you might guess which car I'm going to go for. Obviously I'm going to look at Mercedes first and then the Ibiza, so it depends what the Mercedes is like, is if I get it or not. But tune into the next video. Make sure you go and check it out on the channel. If you enjoyed this, what you've seen so far, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you get notified for the next video where you'll see exactly what car I chose.